Hello, everyone, and welcome. I'm Ariana Newcomer, and this is my Q&A call for my upcoming teleclass, Voice Your Value, How to Charge What You're Worth and Get It. And I'm really excited to be here with you, and I'm really excited about the content of this class. This is something that every entrepreneur should have under her belt, particularly for us women. And I am really passionate about teaching women entrepreneurs and leaders how to speak with power and confidence from their fully aligned, authentic selves so they can be truly heard and understood, get their message across, and charge what they're worth and get it so that they succeed in creating their divine business. So I want to go over some of the details about the class, exactly what's going to happen, how it's going to work, what I'm going to cover, and then we're going to go into questions. And my Hangout manager, Rodney, is behind the scenes off camera here, and he is going to be monitoring my Facebook page for questions, and we already have some questions that have come in from people that we will be answering. So if you have a question that you would like to post live, please go to facebook.com/reclaim your authentic voice and put your question on the page. I believe you have to like the page in order to comment on the page, so please do that and then post your question. And Rodney will be monitoring that page for your questions, and I look forward to answering them. So I am, as I said, so excited about this content. This is an issue. What do I charge? I've already got clients. How do I raise my fees? My current clients aren't going to go for it. I'm afraid that I can't. There are all kinds of reasons why, especially we as women entrepreneurs, don't want to try raising our fees. So this class is for you if you are an entrepreneur, if you've been in business for a while and you're feeling kind of stuck at a certain income level, but you're just not sure how to raise your fees to get to the next level, or if you're the kind of person who feels like they've got to get another certification first or another advanced degree, or, oh, I've got to get a couple more years experience before I can raise my fees, this class is for you, because that's actually not true. And this course is not for someone who is in a profession in which you don't have the option of setting your own fees. So if you work for a corporation and you get a salary, well, this is not necessarily going to be for you, although there are some great things in there that could actually help you learn to negotiate for a raise or be ready to step into a promotion. So I actually can't say it's absolutely not for you if you're working in a corporation. So the structure of the class is we are going to be meeting for 4 Wednesdays beginning next week, July 16th, going through August 6th. And we'll be meeting at 1 p.m. Pacific time, 4 p.m. Eastern, for an hour. And there will be some teaching and content, and then there will be time. Actually, I think we'll probably have 75 minutes set aside for the class so that I have enough time to interact with each of you and answer your questions and give you a little bit of spotlight coaching on the calls. So we also have a fabulous bonus for people who sign up by July 15th, which is the day before the course begins. We have a call about how to create wonderful, compelling web videos. And Rodney, who is my web video guy and is on with us behind the scenes, will be leading that class with me, and we'll be teaching you how to do really wonderful web videos by yourself on your own laptop at home, and create ones that are compelling, that allow you to really shine and really improve your marketing. Because you know that you need to do video in this day and age. So that's a fabulous bonus that we have for you. And so in these 4 calls, for the How to Charge What You're Worth and Get It piece of the program, which is incredibly juicy. We'll first be talking about the confidence gap and the reasons why, as I was just saying before, some of us think, I've got to get another certification first, I need more experience, I need et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So we'll be working on letting go of those limiting beliefs, and we'll also go into what I call voice stories, which are reasons why we have decided to speak and sound the way that we sound. And these voice stories are usually completely unconscious. They come out of things that happened in our childhood. For instance, we were told that girls should be seen and not heard, or we lived in a home with a very volatile parent who could lose their temper at any time, so we were always walking on eggshells and being careful, careful, careful in what we said. But also the cultural story that we women have, that if we speak with power and confidence, if we really say that we're really good at something, I am really excellent at what I do, oh, that's pushy, that's arrogant, or if we speak with power and confidence, ooh, that's bitchy even, or nasty. So we'll be looking at that cultural conversation that holds our voices back as women, and we're going to bust through that. And in the next call, we are going to be going over things like tone of voice and how your tone of voice affects how you are perceived. And I'm sure you may have had the experience, or you may have heard someone else, when they get to their offer, if they're speaking from the stage and then they're making an offer, all of a sudden their voice changes and gets kind of maybe higher and a little bit tentative, and they pause, and that nervousness and that feeling of, I don't know that I'm really worth asking you to buy this from me, shows up in your voice. So we'll be working on that. We'll be working with exercises to align with money as a force for good so that you can feel comfortable with making more money. Sometimes we have limiting beliefs about money that actually hold us back from raising our fees and making more money, or even getting the clients that we want to get. And I'll be leading you through the empowered pricing paradigm, which is a beautiful exercise that works on the spiritual, emotional, and mechanical aspects of raising your fees. And we'll also be looking at boundaries and how they affect our ability to truly deliver, and we'll be addressing the issue of those of us who are chronic over-deliverers, always going over on our coaching sessions, giving extra time, perhaps giving too many handouts, so our clients get overwhelmed. And then in the next class, we're going to be talking about standing in the truth of your value, so that you really understand and get all of the value that you bring to your work. And we're also going to be talking about standing in the value of the solution that you provide. So really, so that you can get how much value you truly are providing and what it costs people not to work with you. And we'll also be creating a statement, that's sort of what I do statement, out of those exercises. It's a really fabulous way to come up with a very clear statement that gives the results of what you do and the problems that you solve. And in the last class, the fourth class, we're going to go through the easy pricing guide. And there'll be examples and a template, and this is something that you can use over and over anytime you want to raise your fees, or you're launching a new service or product and you're trying to figure out what to charge. This takes all of the guesswork out of it for you. So you will have that template to use over and over again. And we'll talk about things like what to say when people say, "What do you charge?" And you go, "Erk." Or what do I do when people ask me, oh, actually, this is one of the questions that came in. Rodney, what was that question? I'm just
Yeah. So one of the questions that came in was, let me put my list here. One of the questions got was, how can I raise my prices without offending my current clients?
Right.
And you want to take that one now, or you want to?
Yeah, there was another one that I was just about to say, but we'll get to that later. So
Okay.
I jumped the gun a little bit. Okay, yeah, let's just start with the questions that came in.
Okay.
So this is something that we will be talking about in the course. How do I raise my fees without offending my current clients? This is a fear that a lot of us have when you've built a client base and they're used to a certain level of fees from you, and you might be wanting to re-enroll them. Say they've done a 6-month program with you or a 3-month program and you want to re-enroll them. We'll be talking about exactly how to do that so that you can carry your clients with you. We will be covering that in the course.
Wonderful.
Mhm.
And another question that came in is, what do I say if someone tells me I'm too expensive?
Oh. Now, this is a really interesting one because this is actually an opportunity for you to put on your coach hat, because that too expensive is a really nice red flag for you that this is a person who may not value themselves very well, and they may not be accustomed to actually investing in themselves. So being able to really stand in the value of what you do and the value of the problems that you solve will give you the answer to this question. So I have wonderful exercises for you in this course, and you will absolutely get your own individual answer to that particular question. So you'll
Wonderful.
be able to jump right in and coach your client through this issue without having to feel defensive or upset or worried yourself, without getting triggered.
Wonderful. And this
Mhm.
ties into a similar question, which you may have already answered, but I'll put it out there anyway. It says, I'm afraid that people will think I'm greedy if I raise my fees. How can I move past that?
Oh, this is such an interesting one, and especially for women, for us women. It's part of this cultural conversation, and then this often comes up for spiritual entrepreneurs. And I admit to being a spiritual entrepreneur. Spirituality and my connection with spirit is very strong for me and is very important for me. And it lives strongly in my business. And there is a thread community that says spirituality and wealth don't go together. It's not okay to earn a lot of money. If I earn a lot of money, it means I'm not a good person, or it means I'm not really spiritual. Spirituality has often been equated with being poor. But what I love to say is I want spiritual entrepreneurs, people who are really heart centered, who are connected with spirit, who are really aligned with the greater good, to be successful. We need you to be successful because it's really important not to leave the economy to the people who've been running it so far. If you've watched some of my other hangouts, this is a refrain for me, but it really is important. And I want you to think, if you don't have any money, can you help out with those causes that you really want to help with? Can you contribute money to that nonprofit that is helping to put wells in communities in South America where they don't have any fresh water, or in Africa where women usually walk for miles and miles with a big pot on their heads to collect water because they don't have wells in their communities? If you're really poor, can you do anything about that? No.
Mm,
I also really love elephants, and the elephants are under tremendous pressure. Now they're being poached and killed in their thousands, which is extremely distressing to me. And I am delighted to have money that I can contribute to organizations that are helping to save elephants. And you, I'm sure, have your own particular causes. I have dear friends whose causes are helping women who have been uh, slaves, sex slaves, or children who have been trafficked into sexual slavery. So there are lots of wonderful causes in the world that need your contributions. And again, you can't do it if you're poor. So this thing about being greedy, when you want to do good in the world and when you have big dreams for things that you would like to do in the world, that's not being greedy. We need money to do things, and money is really just energy. It's the medium by which we have agreed to use to trade services. So instead of me giving Rodney avocados from my trees, I pay him money. So, and that's much easier for him to use than if he had enough avocados and he wanted to pay for his rent for his apartment. He probably can't do that with avocados. So money is a convenient medium of exchange, and that's what it is. And it flows. It goes in and it goes out. And what I want for you is that you have plenty of money coming in so that you don't need to worry about it, so that you have plenty to do the things that you really want to do in the world, to take care of your family, and obviously cover all of your personal expenses. But then I want you to have money to spend out in the world to do good things with. So it's not greedy.
Great answer.
Long lecture, but I hope you get it.
Great answer. Now, here's an interesting question that came in. This is from someone who says that she's a massage therapist and she feels like her industry rates are fairly standard. How can she raise her prices?
That is a wonderful question, and it is such an issue for people, particularly in the healing professions, and also for psychologists and therapists who've been in the one-on-one practice of trading money for dollars, basically, trading hours for dollars.
Right.
That's what I wanted to say. So you work for an hour and you get a certain amount of money per hour. And one of the things that you'll learn in this course is how to really value everything that you bring. And there are other ways that we can that I know of to really help healers create a practice that allows them to move out of this time for dollars model. And some of this information in this course is perfect to help you do that in terms of getting your value and understanding where you're coming from and where you want to get to. And then there's a lot of other work that I do with individual clients on how to structure a business so that you aren't just trading money for dollars. You can do it.
Wonderful, wonderful. Now here's a good question too, and this is a pretty common one that a lot of people are debating about. This person says, I was told I should put my prices on my website while others say I shouldn't. What do you think, and will this course help me with the decision about that?
Well, I will just tell you flat out here, what I have learned and what I do is you don't put your prices on your website. Number one reason is that when people go to your website and they look at your price, then they're making the decision based on price. When what you really want them to be making a decision from is the value to them of what you provide. And you only have an opportunity to really illustrate that for them when you talk with them. So the model that I recommend is getting people to come into what's called a strategy session or discovery session with you, where you give them 30 minutes of your time, you find out what their particular issues are, and then you let them know how you can help them solve those issues and let them see what the value of that is in their lives and what it could cost them not to solve that problem. And in that vein, I want to just say to you, all of you considering this class, we have a special offer today for those of you who are listening, and then for the next few, I don't know, did we decide 24 hours or a little bit over 24 hours? We have a special price that's available. And I want you to consider, if you raised your fees with one client, how much would that bring in for you? Say if you are selling 3-month coaching program for $2,000, and you were able to raise your fees for that, or perhaps you're going to create now, after what you realized in going through this course, you want to create a 6-month program, and you want to raise your fees to $5,000. When you enroll one client at that new rate, you have way more than covered your cost for this course. So to me, in terms of return on investment, this class is a no-brainer. You will definitely earn more after taking this class, and you will do it without feeling sick to your stomach, and you will be secure and comfortable in your pricing, and you'll be able to deliver that in a way that people get it, they get the value of what you provide, they get the cost to them of not doing what you provide, and you will get those higher fees. So jump on in, because especially at this rate that we're offering today, which is $100 off the regular price of $397, which is already pretty low for this incredible content with the bonus, it's now $297. How easy would it be for you to make back $297? Pretty dang easy. So this is a no-brainer. Just jump in, because we are going to be helping you really stand in the truth of your value, release those limiting beliefs that are stopping you from raising your fees, and be able to joyfully and delightedly state those new fees and carry your old clients along with you.
You know, and if I could add to that too, because I know some people listening, you know, the story that you shared, or the way that you explained that, Ariana, is great for coaches in particular. But I'm also thinking for people who have products that they sell on their website. I'm sure they put pricing on for that. Or maybe people who do like massage therapists for the person in particular. Typically, don't therapists put, or healer practitioners, don't they put their prices on their site?
I never did. For those of you who don't know, I've been a massage therapist since 1984, so I've actually lived this. And I used to be a yoga teacher and a singing teacher as well. So I really have a resonance and empathy for those of you in the healing professions. I never did put my pricing on my website, so people, when they called me, would get the price. But I was stuck in that you know, hours for dollars model, and I really was not making the kind of money that I wanted to make. And as a massage therapist, you know, your hands can wear out, and I did a lot of deep tissue work, and my thumb said, okay, we have to stop, no more. So I want to help you get out of that hours for dollars model as well.
Wonderful. Now, this is an interesting question. This person says that I think that they might be just getting started, but they said they have no idea what to charge their clients. Will this program actually help them figure out their pricing?
Yes, absolutely. I have great tools for you to figure out exactly what to price. As I said, take all the guesswork out of it. I've got handouts and templates for you that you can use over and over again anytime you want to change your fees, or if you're launching something new. All of the exercises in terms of standing in your own value and understanding the value of the problems that you solve, or the cost of not solving the problems. and then this easy pricing guide. All those things are absolutely going to help you understand exactly how to price your services.
Great, great. One question that came in was, I won't be able, what if I'm not able to make all of the calls? Should I still sign up for the course? And will you be offering the
Oh,
course
yes.
again?
Good one. We are going to be recording all of the calls. So even if you can't make some of them live, there will be recordings available that you can listen to, and you will still be able to get the handouts and complete the handouts and the assignments. And hopefully you'll be able to come on some of the calls live and get your own questions answered and get some spotlight coaching from me. But even if you aren't able to attend any of the calls, still register, because you're going to get all the content and the handouts and all of this wonderful information.
Right.
Yeah.
And this will this be like telephone-based calls, Ariana, or will this be like a
Yes.
hangout? Okay.
No, this is going to be on the phone, because the Hangout format is technically a little bit tricky, and it's limited in the number of people you can have on a Hangout. So we will be on the phone. Mhm.
Wonderful, wonderful. And all of the handouts and everything they will receive will be available for you in a private member area, I take it, so they can go access anything anytime they want, and it's available all the time, so it's not going to be limited by how long they
Yeah.
can access the content.
Yes. And we also have set up a private Facebook group for the course so that you can get to know each other, you can support each other, and you can post questions for me and Rodney, and we will interact with you also in the private Facebook group.
Right. Wonderful. Yeah, so that's a real important bonus, and that will continue even after the program concludes, right? For a little bit of time afterward, you can still communicate with us inside of the
Yes.
Facebook group. Wonderful. Wonderful. Now, let's see. Another question that came in is, well, this is an interesting one. Now, I'd love to take the course, but funds are a little tight right now. Do you offer any kind of a payment arrangement? What what's your what are you doing with that, Ariana?
Well, no, because the price is already really low already, especially with the deal that's happening today. $297, especially with your pretty much guaranteed return on investment. If you raise your fees with just one of your clients, or you get one new client at your new fees, why don't you set it up so that your investment in the course is covered?
Hmm.
That can be part of how you set your new fees. I want to cover my investment in the Voice Your Value, How to Charge What You're Worth and Get It course.
Wonderful. And let's see here. Next question. Will you be offering the course again if I can't take it right now?
Yes, I'm sure that I will. And this is such valuable content and so important for entrepreneurs to really be successful, to be able to get this full alignment. So you get this full body and spirit alignment with your fees so that you are certain that you got the right fees for you, and then you can deliver that in a very strong and powerful voice, and your clients can just say, yes.
Now, I do know that you won't be offering, though, the course at this price point, though, again. So
That is
this,
true. That is true.
yeah,
Yeah,
so,
this is really a very reasonable price for this kind of content. This is so valuable, and I just can't imagine that you wouldn't just jump right in
mhm,
at this level. If I do offer the course again, it is going to be up by probably a couple $100 the next time.
yeah. Well, what's great about it is that, too, if you get this part of it handled and taken care of now, I mean, it is 4 weeks, so it's basically a month, and you're really starting to move into summer, the end of wrapping up the end of summer, and then when you start, even before that, but fall is when people really start to, you know, start kind of changing things for the fall season, and they start adding more things and more programs into their service
Yeah.
offering.
Yeah,
So,
it's also September and October are big times when a lot of coaches launch new programs. So this is the perfect time for you if you're thinking, oh my gosh, it's the summer, I don't want to have to do anything, I'm on vacation. But this is just a few hours out of your month to get yourself set up so that when you launch your next program, product, or service in September or October, you have got this under your belt and you know exactly what you're going to charge and you know how to speak about it with confidence and power so that you can get your clients to yes.
Wonderful.
So do it now.
Yeah, that's a good tip. A lot of people kind of tend to hold off on taking things in the summer months, but this is actually a good shift in thinking is that you get yourself, with a short investment of time to get the information that you need so that you can make those decisions and get everything prepared for when you do your fall launches. So that's a great
Right.
tip. I'm glad you shared
Yeah.
that one.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Now, this
So do
one,
you have any other questions, Rodney?
we've got a few more, and this kind of ties into the questions around the bonus week call that we're going to do because I know we kind of moved into Q&A a little earlier, but we didn't really talk a lot about the bonus Q&A
Oh,
call with you
yeah.
and I.
Yes,
So,
thank you.
so these
Let's
questions
talk
tie
more
into that.
about that. And I forgot to give you the date of that. That is going to happen on Saturday, August 9th. And I will be coaching you on presentation and voice skills. And Rodney, who is a whiz at this technical stuff, will be helping you understand exactly how to use your laptops or desktops, webcam, and some simple editing software so that you can actually create your own videos at home. And Rodney, why don't you tell them a little bit more about your part of this?
Yes, thank you, Ariana. So, as Ariana said, she's really going to be working with you on the whole presentation portion of it, which is the key piece. I mean, if you're really not fully present, if you're not really feeling comfortable presenting yourself on camera, it's going to come across. So she's going to really work with you to help put your mind at ease in that respect. So you feel, you're coming at this whole video creation process at your best self, which is paramount to making great videos. You've got to be fully present, knowing full well what you're doing, what you're talking about, and how you're presenting yourself. The things I'll
And
do too.
let me
Go ahead.
just jump in. I do want to say that everything that we do in the 4 weeks of the class before this video call is going to help you feel that much more confident when you do get in front of the camera. So it's great preparation for this.
Absolutely, absolutely. That's why we structured it this way. This bonus isn't something that we just tacked on at the end. Everything that Ariana will talk about, as she said, in the 4 weeks prior to this bonus will lead to that. So this isn't just let's add this on. It's also something that we asked people what they wanted, and knowing how to create effective web video was something that was asked for as well.
Yeah.
So this thought went into this. This wasn't just let's just slap this on at the end. Um, but what Ariana said, and to take it a step further, my role in it is, as she said, I create all of her videos for her. And we know that video is a really key piece now. A lot more coaches in particular, but I think all entrepreneurs on all levels will be using more video. I just recently heard that YouTube expects uh, their downloads and their people using YouTube to exponentially increase by another 30 to 40% by the year 2017. So they already have millions, almost a billion videos on there already. So video is very, very important now. I don't want to underscore that. Video is
Yeah,
very,
and
very important.
I've actually heard a statistic from a friend who is a videographer that video increases engagement on your website by up to 85%. 85%, that's a lot.
Yeah, yeah. And what's wonderful about it is that if you are, if you're starting to offer new programs, even new coaching programs, I mean, we even have a video on Ariana's website for potential people who might want to apply for strategy sessions. I mean, we do a video for just about every single aspect of the site because it just works better if people can see her and see the passion that she has for her topic and the way she really wants to help people is just much more engaging than just reading long sales copy. If you notice in the last couple of years is that we're kind of shifting away from long sales pages to more video based pages. And so people are really wanting to see good quality video. This is really key, not just, stand outside with all of the distractions of cars driving by and dogs barking in the background and all of this kind of thing. You really want to have a proper setup for when you're shooting video, because people are making a decision about you. And, everything has to be congruent. So if the prices are going up, the quality, every single aspect has to match that same quality. So people feel like they're getting quality all the way through the transaction, from the first time they land on your website until they say yes to sign up to work with you.
Right.
So having good quality video is very important. And basically, it doesn't require an expensive setup. I mean, essentially, if you have like an iPhone or an Android or an iPad, I shoot Ariana's videos with an iPad.
Yes, his iPad Mini.
iPad Mini, exactly, which shoots high definition, and so does the iPhones, and so does a lot of the new Android phones. They all shoot high definition video.
Right. So Rodney is going to go into all of those technical aspects, exactly what equipment do you really need, and it isn't that difficult. You're probably not going to have to go out and buy anything. You might want to get some lights, or you might want to have something to go behind you, but Rodney's going to talk about all of that technical stuff and then give you also some instruction on how to use simple editing software on your laptop so that you don't have to just shoot the video perfectly the first time. You can edit it. We actually have some great outtakes from my videos.
Yes, we
when
do.
I goofed up and we just collapsed laughing. So
we do. So yeah, shooting video is not hard, and I'm going to give you a soup to nuts sort of lesson on how to actually do that with some bonus video tutorials that you will also find in the member area as well.
Right, and don't you have a checklist for people as well, Rodney?
You'll be receiving a checklist, and you'll also be receiving my little recipe that I use for making. If you've noticed, or if you've seen some of Ariana's videos, especially on Facebook in particular, I have clickable links I call hot links inside the videos, which they click right to her website. This is really key, folks.
Yeah, and that's not magical either. So Rodney will tell you exactly how to put those links into your video.
How to do that.
We are going to get you set up to create wonderful videos where you can shine and show who you are so that you can really connect with your ideal clients.
Yeah, absolutely.
So do you have any other questions, Rodney?
Yeah, the only other questions, like I said, were around videos. The one that I do think that you would want to address here on this call is people say that I look too serious. I have a hard time relaxing before shooting video. Do you have any suggestions for this person?
Yeah. Put on some of your favorite music and dance around. Get your body moving. Dance like nobody's watching, and get your yayas out. Get your body energized. Get your energy up, and that also helps you to get some of the anxiety out. And remember that people don't need you to be perfect. People are looking to connect with you. They're looking to find out about you more than they are about what you do. Because most likely there are other people out there doing what you do. So it's not exactly what you do that they're looking for, it's who you are that they're looking for. And they don't care if you're perfect. They want authentic. A little mantra I always tell myself and my clients is authenticity is more compelling than perfection. So you don't have to do it perfectly. Like today, I'm blinking a lot because there's a lot of pollen in the air and my allergies are kind of So just to acknowledge, there's a lot of blinking going on in this video today. But And that's another thing that you can do. Just acknowledge if something doesn't go right. Say, oops, that didn't go right. And you can also start over when you're doing it yourself at home. You can edit that part out. Or you can, as I said, just acknowledge that there was a goof. And then that gives people a chance to relax with you. When you acknowledge the goof that happened, people go, oh yeah, okay, I noticed that too, and I'm glad they said something, because otherwise I was feeling uncomfortable for them and worrying about how they were feeling, or thinking that something was a little weird. So when you just acknowledge that goof, then you also can relax instead of continuing to hold this thought in your mind, oh my God, did they notice that just happened? Oh, I'm blinking a lot. I'm hoping they're not noticing that. I better to just say something about it.
Right, right.
Yeah. So dance, put your favorite music on, dance, get your body going, and then relax. Authenticity is more compelling than perfection. Be yourself. That's what people really want to see, is who you are. And people are rooting for you. People are not really out there going, oh, look, there's a funny hair out of place, or there's, I don't like those earrings, or they really aren't out there doing it. They're out there thinking, I wonder who this person is, and I wonder if this is a person I'm attracted to because I like what they're offering, but I want to make sure that I can really connect with them. That's what you're really doing with videos, connecting with people.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Great answer. Love that one. It's true. She's working with me too. I like to be behind the scenes. So, yes. So listen, taking my own advice here, but anyway, but yes. So
Right.
now, basically, I don't see any other questions right now. I mean, basically, you've answered a lot of them. There are other questions, but you've already answered in other ways. So I
Okay.
won't go into that. But what I did want to make sure that I let everyone know about was, as we mentioned, if you received an email from us about coming to this call today, that there's a little bonus gift that Ariana wanted to give everyone, but you had to come to call live to find out what it is. So, Ariana, it's your clearing money clutter gift. You want to tell
Yes.
them a little bit about that, and I'll tell them where to go get it.
Yes, we have this special, wonderful exercise that you can do. It's called Clearing Money Clutter. And it's a simple one-pager. There are a number of different steps that you do, and this one exercise alone can, again, cover your investment for the class. So they're just simple things that you can do to help. I don't know what else to say other than it is clearing money clutter, and you'll see when you download the PDF exactly what to do. It's pretty simple. But again, this is something that could cover your investment in the course just by itself.
Yeah, it's really great. So I'm going to tell
Yeah.
you where to get it. If you just go to bit.ly/clear money, and that's like clear, CLEAR, clear money, one word. So that's bit.ly/clear money. And you can just download that little gift. And
Oh,
I will tell you the first tip on that little sheet is, I think, the best one because they're all great, but that one is like the number one. So number one is the best one, I think, in my opinion. Um, I love it.
okay.
So go with that one. And
So
actually, number
yes,
one and number six. So it's a great
go grab
bonus.
your clearing money clutter exercise. And this is one that I do periodically because money clutter does kind of build up over time. So this is, again, something you can use over and over again. So please enjoy the clearing money clutter exercise, and I would love to hear your experience with it. When you do it, please post on the Reclaim Your Authentic Voice page and let us know how it went for you and what you discovered
It's a
and what
great
opened up
idea.
for you out of doing that exercise.
That's a great suggestion. Yes, please do share that with us at facebook.com/reclaim your authentic voice and share. I was actually looking at this again this morning, and number six is the one that I did right away. But I won't tell you what it is. You got to go download it to find out what it is. So, but yeah, that's a real good one. And
Yes.
also, so I just wanted to recap a little bit, Ariana. What Ariana, what you shared was that the course is $397, which is a very nominal investment, and you're offering an additional bonus for the next. We're gonna do this probably for the next 24, maybe even we're deciding, maybe even the next 48 hours, but no later, absolutely no later than Friday, July the 11th. This is a fast action bonus for $100 off of the course.
$100 off an already reasonable investment that you can guarantee will be covered by the things that you get in this course, including this great clearing money clutter exercise. So go and grab that.
And grab that. Highly recommend that. And as we also mentioned, the class will start on Wednesday, July the 16th at 1 p.m., the same time as we started today. It will be, you'll receive the emails of where to join us, the phone numbers and access codes and all of that, so you don't have to worry about any of that. We're going to take care of you in that way. The bonus webinar, the bonus class on creating compelling web video, that bonus will go away after Tuesday, I
After the
believe,
15th.
the
Yeah,
15th.
Tuesday the 15th. So,
Right.
yeah. So
So,
another incentive for you to sign up early is
mhm.
that you get this extra bonus call on a Saturday, so it'll be easy for you um, on how to create your own compelling web videos.
Hmm. Hmm. And finally, the last thing, I mean, with everything that we've shared with you, I mean, if there's still any reason that you're still maybe not quite sure, I mean, I don't know why you wouldn't be. I mean, everything, you're going to get so much valuable information that you can use. Pricing is just so important, folks. I mean, you've got to get this part down so that you can just live a more comfortable life and just be, really enjoy your business and not struggle so much on your business, but be in your, working in your business. This is such invaluable content. But if for any reason you want to, you're not quite sure, we want to take as much of the trepidation away. So Ariana is allowing you to
Yes,
sign
we
up. So
do
we're going to tell her
have,
about that.
yeah, we do have a guarantee, which is that if you take the first two classes and you do the work and you feel that it is really not lived up to your expectations, I will refund your money.
Doesn't get
But you
much
do
better
have
than
to, yeah. So you
that.
do have to actually do the work. Come to the calls or listen to the calls and do the work for the first two classes. And then if you really feel that this was not what you expected, was not worth your investment, I will happily refund your money.
Yeah, yeah. And just really to be clear with what Ariane is saying, you do need to show up to the two calls. You just don't sign up and then not show up and then say, "Oh, I don't," you need to be, you need to participate on the calls and do the work. So,
Yes.
we all,
So
we all,
so I am calling you, you wonderful women entrepreneurs, especially spiritual entrepreneurs and healer types. I call you to step up and step into this for yourself. This is an investment in you, and especially for the next day or possibly two. This is a minimal investment that will pay off for you big time. So join us and let me and Rodney assist you in charging what you're worth and getting it and creating fabulous homemade web videos.
that look professional and get people to work, to sign up for your strategy sessions for your programs.
Yes.
So I'm looking at Facebook here. I don't see any other new questions that have come in that I can see so far. But Ariana, if anyone does have any questions that maybe they didn't get a chance to get in beforehand, are you still open to accepting any questions, maybe on Facebook or by email? I know if you have any questions for me around video, you can ask them on the Reclaim page, and I'm monitoring that page, so I will address them there.
Yes, any other questions, if people want to put them up on Reclaim Your Authentic Voice on Facebook, I will be happy to answer them. If you have something that's a little more private that you want to ask me, you can email me at ariana@ariananewcomer.com.
Wonderful, wonderful. Do you want to tell them? I know we hadn't planned on this, but do you want to tell them about the new site? We haven't really officially talked about that. The Ariana Newcomer site.
Well, I am unveiling a new website, and I have been using reclaimyourauthenticvoice.com, and I now have ariananewcomer.com. And it's already up and already active, so pop over there and let me know what you think of the new format.
Wonderful, wonderful. So I don't have anything else. You want to take us out?
Great.
Ariana?
So, yes, thank you so much for joining us. And as I said, I think this is a no-brainer. You will definitely get your investment returned, and probably multiple fold. Not just make back your investment, but way more than make back your investment, especially if you start raising your fees for a platinum program. Easy decision to make. Join us and learn how to voice your value, charge what you're worth, and get it. I look forward to having you in the class.
Wonderful. Everyone have a great afternoon. I look forward to working with you as well. And I will see you all in the next event. Have a great day. Bye.
Bye.